Hey y'all, it's your girl K Divine. I'm gonna try and make this one a quick message. Um, you have such a powerful energy that it makes people want to straighten up. Like, I don't know if you've ever walked into a room and you already shift the energy, the atmosphere in the room naturally. That's just a part of your aura and your energetic field. But when people look at you, they start feeling like they gotta tighten up. Like your energy makes people want to be better, but your energy also is the reason why some people will automatically start going into secret competition with you. I've been seeing like videos about being pretty and pretty privilege and like the downsides of pretty privilege, and this ties into that as well, because being conventionally attractive and also just having a beautiful bright energy, your outside appearance matches the inside of you. um that is very threatening to a lot of people, because there's a lot of people who may be naturally beautiful, but they have like a nasty attitude, they have a very ugly spirit, they do not really care about people the way that they, because we've been having like those that this is going on lately, like, oh, I'm a girl's girl, but they're not really girls at all. They not really girls. They really don't like other women. It's kind of like that, that's what they pretend to be, that person. They pretend to be um really just a good person. They're really not. And when you walk into a room, you literally make people start thinking about how they're presenting themselves. You make people start questioning things about the way they act. Like, I'll just use an example. So this morning, it was like right before noon. I left out of my room to go get some coffee, and I'm not sure who the gentleman was that was already at the coffee station. Um, but he had like two cups in his hand, and he was hooking it up, he was mixing it up. I wasn't thinking nothing of it. I was gonna wait, but when I saw that there was enough space for me to get my coffee, I just kind of went around, and as soon as I went to go, get my stuff, he starts cleaning up. and he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. He's like, I'm usually, he's sorry, it's such a mess. He's like, I'm usually not messy. Like, he just started like overly explaining himself, and I was like, you're quite all right. You're all right. I'm not worried. Like, I wasn't even looking. I didn't even think nothing was dirty. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't in his way. But this is what I mean. Like I said, he immediately started like trying to explain himself and be like, oh, I'm sorry. No, it's like, no, you're not in the way. Like, you literally make people want to, like, they really want to tighten up. Like, if you're, and I'm gonna speak directly to the women for a second. Like, even if you're not all dolled up, even if you don't have no makeup on, even if you ain't your best dressed or anything like that, even if you just looking like how I'm looking right now, just like, t-shirt, hat, just chilling, when men see you, like, they be having they be second guessing themselves about approaching you. Like, they'll keep looking your way, like they'll look at you, and they'll try to figure out whether or not it's worth approaching you, because it's like, when you're approaching a person who has high self-esteem, like, they can feel that. I think I'm gonna do a video later on about predators that target people with low self-esteem, but it is apparent to a lot of people now that your self-esteem is higher, and that's why I've been telling y'all that they'll take your confidence as arrogance. People will think that you're arrogant because you love yourself, because you trust yourself, because you're in tune with yourself, and it's not that you're arrogant, it's just you know your worth now. And it don't matter what situation you're in. And I tell people all the time, like, You are not your circumstances. Just because you're in a down time in your life, just because you're struggling through something, that is not indicative of who you are. And you know, it's crazy to me because it's like a lot of successful people have had to go through certain struggles that other people could not imagine going through in order for them to reach a level of success. Like, you know, there are plenty of people who talk about, you know, oh, I lost my job and I was living at home with my parents, or, you know, I was living in my car, I was living in storage units, I've been in and out of hotels, like kind of how I've been doing for a while now. Like, it's like successful people, a lot of successful people have had to go through and deal with some unimaginable things, losing a child, multiple deaths in the family, back to back to back to back to back, on top of having to take care of their family, take care of their kids, losing everything, you know, because that's how life be working sometimes. You know how you could have everything one day and have nothing the next, and sometimes you could have nothing one day and have everything the next. I'm like, life be flipping the way that God be working. Okay, so it's like you gotta understand, like, whatever it is that you're going through right now, people may not even see it. That's the danger of this. That's what makes you dangerous too. You could be low-key in like a depressive state. You could low-key be in like you're kind of on the brink of wanting to give up on yourself, like, because, you know, things just may have not been working out and you're like, man, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. You could be on the brink of that, but the glow that you have, that's intimidating to people. It's super, super intimidating to people, and they don't know how to handle you. They don't know how to deal with that. It let me tell you, these people don't know how to handle your energy, and they want to they want to be, you know, next to you. Like, some people feel low. They feel beneath you when they're next to you. That's why a lot of people will start to attack you randomly. Or like, you could be having like a conversation with someone, or you could just be chilling, you know, and somebody just randomly start trying to say like disrespectful shit to you for no reason. Or they're trying to invoke some sort of emotional reaction response out of you out of nowhere. You're just like, bro, where did that come from? Your light intimidates them, your energy intimidates them, and they don't know how to properly deal with it. That's why you're gang stalkers too. That's why if some of your gang stalkers, they will, if they do make eye contact with you, because early on in that, like, some of them will, and they'll give you the evil eye, but further on as you go, and you like, as you ignore them, some of them will show you the fear that they have of you. Because now, when you've been going through some stuff for a long time and you're being gang stalked, the gang stalkers done heard some of the shit that done happened to some of the people that have been coming after you for a while. Like, they're aware of what's happening. And that's the crazy part about some of these gang stalkers that I don't understand. Because it's like, if you heard what the karma that's coming for this person, what makes you think that you're gonna dodge any karma? Either way, even if they get you, like, to overreact, or, you know, whatever. Katria just did a reading today, and she was kind of talking about that. Like, they want you to act crazy, and they want you to appear crazy so that they could put you in the psych ward. And I've been telling y'all that too. So, you know, but it's like the gang stalkers, though, it's like they the ones that are they're the delusional ones, because a lot of these people, 9/11 on my timer, a lot of these people are responding to you based on what someone said about you, and they never even verified that information to be true. And that's why when some of these gang stalkers come around and they get close to you and they feel your energy and they start, you'll see some of them start trying to like, and when I say straighten themselves up, I literally do mean that. Like they will go like that. Like they want to make it look like they're so confident because they pretend to be confident all day. And you got to understand that only insecure people gang stalk. Only insecure people will go and listen to what someone else said about you and come up to the place that you're at to try to intimidate you. Because really what they're really, them people are scared. Let's be honest. These people low key scared because it's like, why would someone, like, you gotta understand how powerful you are, that people feel the need to come where you're at to try to disturb your peace. They hate that you're peaceful too. I was looking one of my gang stalkers dead in her eyes yesterday, and I felt so bad for her. Well, I didn't feel bad for her. I felt bad for her daughter, because I was like, you're bringing your child to gang stalk somebody based on something that you heard that's not even true. And it's like, these people are so unintelligent. These people are so brainwashed. They don't even think for themselves, because a person who thinks for themselves would go and decide, like, let me check this person out on my own. Let me see what's real. And I mean, it is difficult when you got people coming up against you that have like falsified documents, and they've done some really backwards things. But when people come around you and they see that you're not problematic, because that's something that I've experienced, right? Like, I've had people come towards me that have been told that I'm problematic, and then when I completely like dodge them and I'm like, nope, I'm good, they look at me so crazy, like, what? She didn't even do anything. She like, it's so crazy to me. And it's like, especially the ones that think that they're gonna get something out of it, because it's like, I feel like some of these people, like, they be getting paid and stuff, right? Obviously a lot of these people be getting paid, and they're so confused because they were so ready for a fight. They were so ready for a confrontation, that when they weren't met with that type of energy, one, they're disappointed, and two, they're very, very confused. Because I've said this before, that a lot of these people thrive off of chaos. They don't know what real peace is. Their whole lives are drama. Look at the people that they're connected to. If someone is gang stalking you, look at I mean, even if you don't know who the person is that they're working for, they're obviously connected to somebody who likes to create drama. And I'm sure even if that person has money, I'm sure that that person isn't happy, because happy people ain't hating and hating people ain't happy. Period. And whoever they boss is, which is so funny, because I the other day I was like, I really wanted to tell one of these gang stalkers, like, I was like, where your boss at? Well, Beyonce say, tell me something. Where your boss at? Like, where's your boss? Like, they be sending all of these random ass people over here. I want to talk to your boss. I want to speak to the manager. I want to talk to the manager. Because what are we talking about here? Like, what's your deal? What Tadra Call say? There's three sides to every story, as they say in the streets. Your side, my side, and the fucking receipts. These people don't have no receipts on you. These people, the gang stalkers got to go back to their boss and tell them that they came back empty-handed. And on top of that, them people go home and start thinking about shit like, damn, like, that person was glowing, they was beautiful, they was handsome, they was minding their business, they saw what I did. And then they have to start thinking of, they don't want to have to think about that for themselves. That's why I say people be wanting to straighten up around you, because they recognize subconsciously and energetically that you don't vibrate like that you're not with that drama. But this is that crabs in a barrel mentality, where they see somebody trying to elevate themselves and they feel the need to bring you down. They want you to fall into those traps, into those systems of like poverty and despair and depression They want you to, like I said before, like if you're a recovering drug addict, they want you to go back to doing drugs. If you're a recovering alcoholic, they want you to be at the bars every weekend. They want you going to the grocery store every day, buying a bottle of wine, buying a pint of liquor. Like that's what they want you to be doing. But when you decide, I want better for myself because I know that there is more for myself, these people can't handle that. And the people who have settled in their lives, the people who have decided that whatever it is that their dreams, they were too big, they told themselves that they couldn't do it, or whatever the case may be, and they settled for whatever it is they decided to settle for, and they see you and they see that you are actively trying to reach some sort of goals, they see you actively trying to obtain something that you've never obtained, you're trying to get to somewhere that no one in your family has ever gotten to before. And people can tell you all day that they think that your dreams are too big, that they just think too small. They're small-minded. People are gonna laugh at you and tell you that your dreams are too big because they can't think that big. They've only ever, that's why some of them people that's in your hometown, they don't never leave, and they don't never go outside of their home, outside of your hometown ever. Rarely. They might go on vacation here or there, but they stay in the same spot because it's comfortable for them. They raise their kids in the, just let me, this is gonna be a rant too. It's gonna be a rant. So I don't know if y'all know, I love investigation discovery. I have since I was a very young child, because it's the pathology of murderers and like the pathology of like evil people has always intrigued me, because I never understood like what drives people to do these types of things, right? And there's a show that's currently on Investigation Discovery called Mean Girl Murders, and I was watching an episode today about a town in New York called Perry, New York. And so it's a small town, and it's like the people, like a lot of the people, there's a cookie factory, okay? There's a big cookie factory there, and when people graduate from high school, a lot of people go directly into working for this factory. And this story basically was about like, and the people in the beginning already said like, yeah, the cookie factory, when people graduate from high school, they bring that same type of drama, that same type of energy into the factory, into the job. And when I was watching, I was like, I literally just made a video about, you got to stay away from people who are psychologically and spiritually immature, because that is what I'm talking about. People are leaving high school and going to the real world with a real job that's, they're supposed to pay their bills. I'm gonna take that as confirmation. And they're bringing the same drama, 456 on my clock. They're bringing the same energy, the same drama that they had when they was kids into this adult environment. And this situation in this cookie factory, there was this, I guess, this rivalry between what they called the boomers and the millennials. So the boomers who had been working there for 15, 20 years felt like the millennials that were coming in and stealing their jobs and taking their positions, and they started a whole bunch of drama. And like, people are sleeping with each other at the job. This is why I tell y'all this, and that's from experience, to not have relationships like that with your coworkers. It's too dangerous. And it's just a whole bunch of drama. And one of the girls who was pretty, she was a single mom, she was really fun, a lot of people liked her, was like brutally murdered and mutilated by one of the other girls in the factory. And the only reason why the girl got caught was because the murderer's friend was like, I know who killed that girl. The girl over here trying to kill herself right now. And the reason why she killed her was because she thought that she was talking to her boyfriend, who she wasn't even in a relationship with at the time. This is the shit I'm talking about. She murdered this mother. She took somebody's mother away from them over a ain't shit man. this you can't be around people like that. And you can't engage with these people either. Like, I let it be known, like, when gang stalkers are around me and I know that they watching me, I let it be known that I see them, but I don't make it known as far as like verbalizing it. I do look at them though, like, I see you. But don't engage with them, because the minute that you start getting upset and you start asking them, like, because the goal always is that they're going to try to make you look crazy, like, oh, I don't know what she's talking about, I'm here because I'm visiting my family and blah blah, like, while they really know that they was sent because they boss in the background talk about some, yes, we got them, because that's what they want. And that's why I've been saying, like, these gang stalkers be thinking that they disturbing my peace. You ain't disturbing my peace. It's like, I'm really concerned for y'all and y'all mental health at this point. Because it's like the amount of time, effort, and energy that these people are putting in just to try to, you know, just to make you look crazy. You're not crazy. You're actually amazing and brilliant. And that's really what people, that they're really upset because it's starting to show more and more. But this is the problem with people when they tell lies about you. They tell 1,000 lies and got a whole bunch of people involved. They had people really believing that it was going to be easy. That's why sometimes when you show up to places and people automatically start treating you funny, it's because they already knew you were coming, and they were already told some sort of lie. They were told, like, oh, this person, this and that, and guess what, this is. They want you to feel like you're nothing. They want you to feel like you're invisible and that you're not worth it. But it's like, if they gotta do all of that, if they have to do all of that just to try to prove that you are nothing, you're obviously somebody. And I've said this multiple times already. Thieves don't rob empty homes. The gang stalkers, you have never met these people. These people don't even know you. The most that they've seen is like a picture of you, and they've heard some nonsense about you over time, and now they like, well, let me go see about this person, and they be cocky, and then they get next to you and then they run. These people be pretending like they big and bad and that they got it, like that they don't. Them people low-key scared, and a lot of them are scared right now. For those of you that are towards the end of your the end of whatever's going on, a lot of them are scared because they were lied to, and they now are understanding that they're about to go down with the person who started all that shit. I was hearing, like, last week, I was hearing like they snitching. I'm like, what? Who's snitching? And it's like some of the gang stalkers, some of the people who were sent towards you are snitching right now. They are telling on these people. They are telling on them. They're like, well, yeah, they told me to go over here and do X, Y, and Z to her, or do X, Y, and Z to him. And, you know, what happened? Well, nothing. The person just left me alone, so I left. You know, they spilling all the tea right now. That's why they scared. I told y'all weeks ago, I was picking up heavy car accident energy, but lately what I've been picking up is CPS. I'm hearing that people are getting their kids taken away. I'm hearing foreclosures on homes. People was taking out second mortgages to pay to have stuff done towards you, and now they don't have that money to pay it back. I'm hearing cars getting repossessed. I'm hearing freak accidents. Some of these people are in a world of trouble right now. Some of these people are in big trouble. Some of it's gonna come through the justice system, and some of it's just gonna come through karma. Some of the things that some of these people put you through is going to happen to them, or things that they try to get to happen to you is gonna happen to them. If you have people who's wishing death upon you, they may have a close family member die, or they're gonna die in a really tragic way. And I hate to say that out loud, because it's sad, and I don't want that to happen to people. But people, you reap what you sow. You can't be out here wishing death upon people. You can't be out here gang stalking somebody thinking that that's cool, and then wondering why your life start falling apart, wondering why you wake up one day and your car's broken into. You go home one day and realize that somebody that you thought you trusted done stole from you. But you don't have a problem stealing from whoever it was that you was stealing from, that innocent person. A lot of people are mad at you right now because you're an innocent person. They're mad because they want the lies that were told about you to be true, because they doubled down on it. Even though they didn't know you. They doubled down on it weeks and months ago. They were like, no, this person is terrible and we got to get rid of them. And now they're realizing how far they went to try to destroy someone who didn't deserve it. And they're so desperately just hoping that you fuck up so that they can have a sigh of relief. These people can't sleep. These people, they're either not eating or they're binge eating. It's one or the other. They either can't hold food down or they're binge eating everything in sight. As a former binge eater, I definitely understand stress eating. Trying to hear. People are waking up in the middle of the night in cold sweats. Sorry, God is showing me a vision. I'm trying to see it. I'm seeing relationships breaking up too. People about to get divorced because of the stuff that they was doing. I'm seeing CPS. Somebody's getting their kids taken away right now. CPS will be knocking on their door this week or in the coming weeks for the stuff that they've done to you. Not just the stuff that they've done to you, but they not good parents. They don't take care of their kids. They probably dirty. They probably don't clean up after themselves. Got trash. I'm seeing like hoarder type energy, like people that like the because there are different types of hoarders, but I'm talking about the ones that throw trash on the floor, that just have trash everywhere in their home, like they're like unsanitary living conditions for children. While they was over here trying to destroy you, they don't even wash their ass. They don't even clean their house. Dang, God's showing me a lot right now. I was not anticipating that. That's what I'm saying though. These people be wanting. That's why they want to attack you. They hate that when they're around you that they feel small. And I've been telling y'all, it's not because you did anything. That's just who you are. Excuse me. Confirmation burp. That's just who you are. You're just a wonderful person, and you have standards. You may have not always had these standards. We all learn and grow. But you have standards, and they're mad at you because they can't bring you down to their level. You've elevated higher than what they ever anticipated for you, emotionally, mentally, physically. You've elevated too high, and now they thought that they was in competition with you, but they can't even keep up. And they're sad about it because they didn't think that you could do it. They talk so much shit about you when you was in your down, like your real down season. Like, you know, you may have gained some weight. You may have been in a deep depression. Something may have been going on with you. You may have been struggling financially, mentally, physically, whatever the case may be. Whatever you was going through and people was laughing at you, when you were down, they were happy because it made them feel better about themselves. But now that you're rising, they can't deal with it, and it's destroying them from the inside out. I'm seeing that it's starting to become visible, like physically, that these people are fucked up. Because like I said, like, they not sleeping. And like I said, some of them are either not eating or they're binge eating. So, and that's starting to become visible. Very, very visible. Like, I'm seeing, like, people with bags under their eyes, and, like, I'm seeing somebody who looks like they, like, might be doing some sort of drug, like smoking crack or meth or something. Because you know how, like, when people start doing drugs, certain drugs, it, like, suppresses their appetite, or like they start snorting cocaine and they stop eating. That's what I'm seeing. Like, somebody's starting to look kind of a little too skinny and starting to look a little suspicious, and people are worried about them. Like, it's like people's bodies, the way that they're living, is starting to tell on them and how they truly have, what they truly been doing behind closed doors. I'm seeing that. I don't know, y'all. Them people seem like they're going through it. Some people going through it real bad. They want to straighten up around you because they feel like they got to try to be on your level, but they can't get to your level. They're not willing to do the work that you had to do to get to that point. And many of them aren't willing to sacrifice what it is that they already know to, they don't want to live in the truth. Like, it's not an easy thing to stop lying to yourself. It's so easy to tell yourself, like, oh, I love that person, and that person, that, we're good for each other, knowing damn well that y'all have nothing in common. Knowing damn well that your body rejects that person. It's not easy telling yourself, like, I never wanted to work in this field. I didn't want to do this. I would rather go do something else. I feel like I wasted my time going to school for this, whatever. Because there's a lot of people working in fields that they don't even really like. There's a lot of people who are teachers, who are social workers, who are doctors, who really hate their job. They hate their patients. They hate the people that they work with. They do it because of the money, is what they say. But it's like, at the end of the day, if you don't love what you do, what are you doing it for? But I know some people be doing stuff just to pay their bills, but that's a different story for a different day. But y'all, people are going through it, and they're not understanding how, even though you've been through so much, they're not understanding how you have survived through it. They're really confused right now. And my best advice is just to keep going. Keep pressing forward, and don't let up. Don't take your foot off the enemy's neck. Let them suffer. I love y'all. It's your okay divine. Bye bye.